Hi there, my name is Kevin Graham. Today I'd like to walk you through a short PowerPoint presentation based on just one of 42 questions we asked in the Community and Belonging Survey this past November. The survey was completed by 22,297 students at 96 schools across the United States and Canada. My focus today is on the question, how many hours do you spend on social media on average each day during the school week? 80 of these 96 schools are American, 16 Canadian. With roughly an 80-20 split in the number of students between the two countries, you can see on this graph that there's virtually no difference in how American and Canadian students answered this question. Here we can see that female respondents are likely to spend more time on social media. Of no surprise, as time spent on social media rises above 3 hours, time spent sleeping begins to decline. Students were asked to indicate their level of general satisfaction with the student experience at school. As you can see here, reported general satisfaction declines steadily with greater time spent on social media. Apart from the general satisfaction measure, we also obtained ratings for 15 attitudinal agreement statements, 13 of which I'll show you now. Reported involvement in out-of-classroom activities declined steadily with time spent on social media. Agreement with the statement, I am passionate about the study of at least one subject, another measure of engagement, declined steadily with time spent on social media. The same is true for the statement, I feel a strong sense of belonging at the school, with a marked drop for those 1,386 students, representing 6.3% of the total, who report spending more than 5 hours daily on social media. I feel capable of handling the day-to-day academic workload. Now, it behooves me here to point out that correlation does not equal causation, so I'm not in a position to assign the direction of cause and effect for any of these measures. Specifically, the question has to be asked and answered. Are these ratings lower because students spend more time on social media, or do they spend more time on social media because of one or more of the lower other ratings, or something else altogether? From where I sit, these distinctions are enough to catch my attention and to encourage schools, students, and families to explore the topic further. The same downward trend is revealed for agreement with the statement, I feel emotionally safe while at school. I feel encouraged to express my opinion. I feel respected and valued at school. I feel that I gain meaningful positive value from being a member of the school community. I feel that I make a meaningful positive contribution to the experience of others within the school community. I feel treated as an individual with unique needs, interests, and talents. My school experience has helped me learn to engage constructively with people holding different perspectives from my own. The school encourages a love of learning in me. Of course, the all-important presence of a trusted adult. Note the drop-off for those reporting more than 5 hours each day on social media. We asked students to appraise their own preparedness across a list of 15 skills. Here, I'll share with you how 11 of these ratings vary with time spent on social media. First, adapting to face new challenges. Approaching life with intellectual curiosity. Assuming a leadership role. Conducting myself with confidence. Coping with peer pressure. Handling stressful situations. Look at that drop off. Making choices that support my emotional well-being. I can only look at the more than 5 hour rating as a cry for help. Predictably, the more time I spend on social media, the lesser prepared I am for organizing time effectively. This is a slide that must be shared with students. This is what they themselves are telling us. setting high expectations for myself, thinking critically, and working independently. Students who spend more and more time on social media are handicapped to some degree on their journey to acquire necessary skills in preparation for the next stage in their education and their lives. As you can see here, those who spend more time on social media are more likely to report having been affected by experiences of discrimination at school. Again, we don't know the direction of cause and effect. Social media may represent an escape for these students, or it may represent a source of discrimination, or both. We just don't know. Increased time on social media is linked to greater reported incidents of discrimination based on race, on gender identity, and on sexual orientation. More research on this subtopic is definitely called for. This looks more complicated than it is. This is a network correlation map. This slide shows how all 15 measures in section C of the survey connect to one another and to time spent on social media. This slide details results just from the American students, but it looks the very same when viewed from the perspective of Canadian students. The green lines indicate a positive correlation between two measures. Proximity of nodes and thickness of lines reflect strength of the association between measures. Red lines, on the other hand, indicate a negative correlation. As suggested by the graph series I've just shared with you, time spent on social media, A7 to the left, is negatively correlated throughout this series of measures. The same is true here. In self-appraised preparedness throughout the series, time spent on social media is correlated only in the negative. Coming out of this survey, I've made 12 recommendations. This was number 3. Engage with students and families in an effort to reduce time spent on social media. From all measures in this survey, there are no positive associations, only negative. That's it for now. Thank you for your patience and have a wonderful day.